India tests more than 3.5 crore people for COVID-19 so far with its test, track and treat strategy. Recovery rate climbs to 75.27%. Fatality rate further drops to 1.85%. Meanwhile, global COVID-19 cases cross 2 crore 38 lakh mark. WHO chief urges countries to join forces in vaccine plan. Sparks fly at Congress Working Committee meeting as chorus of dissent grows louder. Sonia Gandhi to remain interim president till the next AICC session. Congress flip-flop plays out on Twitter. Kapil Sibal deletes a tweet about Rahul Gandhi accusing Congress leaders of colluding with the BJP after Randeep Singh Surjewala clarifies that Rahul Gandhi has not said a word of this nature. Flood situation in Bihar remains grim as over 83 lakh people in 16 districts affected. Uttar Pradesh government sets up 2,000 relief camps. Heavy rains inundate low-lying areas of Gujarat. Met Department issues flash flood warning for Saurashtra, Kutch region of Gujarat and South Rajasthan. Over 60 people rescued in Mahad building collapse in Maharashtra. 1 death reported so far. Over 25 still feared trap. Rescue operations underway. Home Minister Amit Shah assures all possible assistance. And in international news, Republicans officially renominate US President Donald Trump as the party's presidential nominee. Mike Pence to join Trump in election as vice president candidate. Good morning. Welcome to English News. I am Anil Thomas. Now for the stories in detail, taking a first look at the COVID-19 update from across the country. The total number of recoveries from COVID-19 in the country has reached over 23,38,000. This has been made possible due to the effective implementation of the policy of testing aggressively, tracking comprehensively. With the recovery of 57,469 cases in the last 24 hours, India's recovery rate amongst the COVID-19 patients has improved to 75.27%. The Health Ministry said that the recoveries of COVID-19 patients in the country are more than 3 times the active cases, while the case fatality rate has further reduced to 1.85%. The total number of samples tested for coronavirus infection so far have reached over 3 crore 59 lakhs. India has tested more than 3.5 crore people for COVID-19 so far, resolutely following its test, track, treat strategy. Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal has tested positive for COVID-19 6 days after he had attended a meeting with Union Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, who was later found infected with the virus. The Haryana Chief Minister in a tweet appealed to his colleagues and associates who came in his contact over the last week to get themselves tested. He requested his close contacts to move into strict quarantine immediately. Earlier on Monday, Haryana Assembly Speaker Gyanchand Gupta and 2 other BJP MLAs had also tested positive for coronavirus. Shifting focus, the Congress Working Committee, that's the CWC meeting, was held in New Delhi on Monday. Briefing the media, Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal said that the CWC unanimously requested Sonia Gandhi to continue as the interim chief till the time the AICC session can be convened. He said CWC unanimously resolved to strengthen the hands of Sonia and Rahul Gandhi in every possible way. He further said that CWC noted that inner party issues cannot be deliberated through the media or in the public forum. He said the CWC urged and advised all concerned to raise such issues only in party fora and in the interest of propriety and discipline. It was a day of flip-flops from Congress leaders as reports emerged that some senior Congress leaders raised a banner of revolt against the leadership. In an interesting turn of event, senior Congress leader Kapil Sibal was first seen attacking Rahul Gandhi and then taking a U-turn on Twitter. Close on the heels of Sibal's tweet came a denial from Congress spokesperson Randeep Surjewala. He said, "Please do not be misled by false media discourse or misinformation being spread." Later, Kapil Sibal tweeted again saying that he was informed by Rahul Gandhi personally that he had never said what was attributed to him. Various parts of the country continue to grapple with heavy rains and floods. The situation remains grim in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat and West Bengal. The flood situation in Bihar has remained unchanged. Various rivers are flowing above the danger mark. 1,333 panchayats of 16 districts are flood affected, while 83 lakh people are affected by the deluge. A total of 26 NDRF and SDRF teams have been deployed for relief and rescue operations. According to the State Water Resource Department, the water discharge from Koshi and Gandak barrage remain over 1.2 lakh cusic on Monday. According to the Met Office, heavy rain in the catchment areas of Bagmati and Adbara group of rivers in Nepal may result in the increase in water levels in these rivers in Bihar. Shifting to Uttar Pradesh, where heavy to heavy rain has lashed many parts of Gujarat, for the last few days. The incessant rain has created flood-like situation in many districts of Saurashtra and North Gujarat. Following heavy to very heavy rainfall during the last 36 hours, most of the rivers in North, Central and Saurashtra region are on spate. A red alert has been sounded in areas along the banks of the river. The rains increased the inflow of water at the Machu Dam at Morbi in the state. The 12 gates of the Machu Dam were opened after it began overflowing. Many villages were submerged due to the heavy rainfall in a number of tehsils. Rajkot too received incessant rainfall, leading to waterlogging in several areas. NDRF teams have been deployed in the region to evacuate people from low-lying areas to safety. Meanwhile, Patan district has also received good rainfall, leading to a rise in the water level of Rani Ki Vav or Queen's Stepwell. With increased rainfall activity, most of the dams in Gujarat are filled to capacity and alert has been sounded. 13 NDRF teams have been deployed across the state. In Bhuj too, life has been affected due to heavy rains. Coming to Uttar Pradesh, where 1,166 villages in 17 districts are affected by floods. Sharda, Rapti and Sarayu River are all flowing above the danger mark. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has instructed the district magistrates of the flood-affected districts that the boats set up to provide relief to the flood-affected area should not be damaged anywhere and be completely safe for shipping. 15 NDRF teams, 7 SDRF teams and PAC personnel have been deployed in the flood-affected districts of the state for relief and rescue operations. Government has set up 2,000 relief camps in the state of Uttar Pradesh. IMD has predicted that widespread rainfall with isolated heavy to very heavy falls are very likely over Odisha, Gangetic West Bengal and Jharkhand during the next 3 to 4 days and over Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan from 26th to the 28th of this month. In Maharashtra, over 60 people were rescued in the Mahad building collapse. One death has been reported so far, while over 25 people are still feared trapped. The incident took place in Mahad city, around 170 kilometers from Mumbai. Meanwhile, rescue operations by NDRF are underway. The injured are being treated and some are discharged. Those with serious injuries were taken to Mumbai for advanced treatment. Home Minister Amit Shah has assured all possible assistance. Amit Shah tweeted, and I quote, "The collapse of a building in Raigad, Maharashtra is very tragic. Have spoken to DG NDRF to provide all possible assistance. Teams are on the way and will be assisting the rescue operations as soon as possible. Praying for everyone's safety." Well, for more on this story, Yogesh Sheetal, our correspondent, joining us from Mahad in Raigad this morning. Good morning, Yogesh. Yogesh, give us a sense. We just read that almost 25 people are still fear trapped. how's the relief and rescue operations there, and how many people have the rescue teams managed to, get out from those particular debris?
Good morning, Anil. As far as officials are concerned, we have been given to understand that around 25 people are still under the debris, and 20 to 25 people have been rescued, and two deaths are confirmed by the
Okay.
authorities as of now. I would like to talk to some eyewitnesses here who are with me. मुझे ये बताइए कि कितनी पुरानी बिल्डिंग थी और
ज्यादा पुरानी नहीं है सर, ये नई बिल्डिंग है, 8 से 10 साल भी नहीं होंगे मुश्किल से इस बिल्डिंग को। लेकिन इस बिल्डिंग में बनाने में जो बिल्डर ने एकदम अपनी कोताही की, अपने पैसा कमाने के लिए उसने जो यहाँ पे ये बिल्डिंग बनाई है, ये पूरी यानी पूरे कम दर्जे का सामान इस बिल्डिंग में इस्तेमाल किया गया है सर। पूरा ग्रिड इस्तेमाल किया है, इसमें रेत का नाम ही नहीं है।
आपने कंप्लेन किया था?
हुआ था इसका कंप्लेंट, जब वो ग्रिड की गाड़ी आती थी वो नीचे डालते थे, सब मिट्टी उड़ती थी, तो वो टाइम पे हम लोगों ने आके उनसे कंप्लेंट की है। 42 फैमिली टोटल थी, उसमें मैं बता रहा हूँ कि 42 फैमिली में उसने जो नीचे ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे जो बनाया था वो अनलीगल सर काम है। उसके ऊपर किसी यानी कोई अधिकारी म्युनिसिपैलिटी का हो या कोई उन लोगों के सपोर्ट के सिवा तो नहीं बनता है ना।
Anil, these are the allegations, in fact, against the authorities, that these people are saying that they had made number of complaints to authorities, but they didn't pay any heed to these complaints, and that's one of the reasons why the incident happened here. Also, let me tell you that number of ambulances and fire brigade vehicles, emergency vehicles are in the queue at this point in time. You could see there's a narrow place here, but the traffic, in fact, are diverted to ensure that there could be smooth a movement of emergency vehicles. There are 3 NDRF teams currently on the spot. They are just carrying out the rescue operations. Apart from NDRF team, there are a fire brigade team, local police team, officials team, different agencies are just working to ensure that number of casualties could be lowered down. And also what we have been given to understand that senior officials, all the senior officials of this region are currently on the spot. They are just monitoring the situations closely. So overall, the rescue operations are still underway at this point in time in Mahad.
Okay, a quick word from you, Yogesh. Considering that the weather that I see there is fine, what are the challenges before the rescue and relief teams?
Good question, Anil. As of now, there's no raining here, so this time there's no obstacle in the operation. But yes, you have made a very important point, because generally we see in such calamities, especially in building collapses situations, there are some challenges the agencies basically have to face because of continuous raining. As of now, there's no raining here, but yes, there are some moderate raining here, and the authorities are still working to find out the people who are stuck inside.
Okay, we'll leave it there. You take good care of yourself. We'll come back to you for more updates on that story as rescue and relief operations continue there in that building collapse in Mahad. Well, moving on now to the next story. Well, Union Minister for Road Transport, Highways, Nitin Gadkari, will lay the foundation stone of 45 highway projects in Madhya Pradesh today. The projects for inauguration and foundation laying carry a road length of 1,361 km, involving construction value of 11,427 crore rupees. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan will preside over the virtual function. Union Ministers Tabachand Gehlot and Narendra Singh Tomar and other ministers and senior officers from the centre and state will also attend the virtual function. Paving the way for the development of Madhya Pradesh, these roads will enhance better connectivity, convenience and economic growth in and around the state. Movement of people and goods to and from the state of Madhya Pradesh will also improve substantially, especially with the neighbouring states of Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. The better roads lead to savings in time and fuel, as well as lower emissions of pollutants. Further, these projects will decongest roads and the en route towns, contributing to improved road experience. The Road Transport and Highways Ministry has decided to extend the validity of motor vehicles document till the 31st of December. The ministry had earlier issued advisories on the 30th of March and 9th of June this year regarding the extension of validity of the documents related to Motor Vehicles Act and the Central Motor Vehicle Rules. It is advised that the validity of fitness permit, license, registration or any other concerned documents may be treated to be valid till the 30th of September. The decision was taken after considering the situation due to COVID-19 across the country. Enforcement authorities have been advised to treat such documents valid till the 31st of December. This step is likely to help out the citizens in availing transport-related services. Well, time now to take a look at updates on COVID-19 from across the world. The world tally now stands at 2,38 lakh coronavirus cases having been reported, with over 8,16,000 deaths worldwide. As many as 1,63 lakh people have recovered from the virus so far. The United States continue to top the list among the worst hit by the pandemic so far, with the highest number of infections. United States has over 59,15,000 cases of coronavirus, with the death toll now over 1,81,000. United States is followed by Brazil, which has recorded more than 1,15,000 deaths and over 36,27,000 cases. South American nation Mexico remains the third worst hit country in terms of deaths due to coronavirus, as the country has reported over 60,000 deaths so far. Staying with COVID-19, some 172 countries are engaging with COVAX facility designed to ensure equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines. Considering the evolving situation, the WHO has stressed that the unprecedented global health challenge of COVID-19 can only be met with unprecedented cooperation between governments, researchers, manufacturers, and multilateral partners. According to WHO, countries who wish to be part of the global COVAX plan have until 31st of August to submit expressions of interest, with confirmation of intention to join due by September 18th and initial payment due by October 9th. WHO chief said that the facility was critical to ending the COVID-19 pandemic and would not only pool the risk for countries developing and buying vaccine, but also ensure prices are kept as low as possible.
172 countries are now engaging with the COVAX Global Vaccines Facility, which has both the largest and most diverse COVID-19 vaccine portfolio in the world. At present, there are 9 vaccines that are part of this dynamic portfolio, which is constantly being reviewed and optimized to ensure access to the best possible range of products. Even now, discussions are ongoing with 4 more producers, and a further 9 vaccines are currently under evaluation for the longer term.
Meanwhile, Novavax Inc. has begun enrolling volunteers for the second phase of an ongoing clinical trial of its COVID-19 vaccine candidate, with interim data expected in the 4th quarter of 2020. In the new phase, around 1,500 healthy volunteers will be enrolled from 40 sites in the United States and Australia. Early stage data from a small clinical trial of the vaccine has shown it produced high levels of vaccine-fighting antibodies. In other international updates, the Republican National Convention on Monday formally renominated U.S. President Donald Trump as the party's presidential candidate for the November 3rd presidential elections. President Trump, who faces a formidable challenge from former Democratic Vice President Joe Biden, is scheduled to deliver his acceptance speech from the South Lawn of the White House on the 27th of this month. Trump was renominated following a roll call of votes from elected Republican Party delegates from all the 50 states. Vice President Mike Pence was also renominated as the running mate of Trump. Pence will deliver his formal acceptance speech on Wednesday. Earlier, Trump's re-election campaign released a set of core priorities for a second term under the banner, "Fighting for You." In other updates, TikTok has filed a federal lawsuit against the Trump administration, arguing that the president's executive August 6th order to ban TikTok is unconstitutional and should be blocked from taking effect. TikTok and its parent, ByteDance Limited, claim that the executive order was announced without any opportunity for the company to be heard. They also called Trump's action as a broader campaign ahead of the November 3rd U.S. presidential election. The world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, is in quarantine after taking a COVID-19 test just days after a party for his 34th birthday, which was attended by England footballer Raheem Sterling and several other sports stars. 8-time Olympic champion, former sprinter Usain Bolt said he is awaiting the result of a COVID-19 test that he underwent during the weekend and has gone into self-quarantine as a precautionary measure. The 34-year-old Bolt posted a short video on his Twitter and Instagram handles addressing widespread speculation that he had tested positive for the COVID-19 after birthday celebrations on August 21st. He said he took a test on Saturday because he had to fly for work but did not have any symptoms.
Good morning, everybody. Just waking up, and like everybody has checked social media, saw that social media saying I'm confirmed to have COVID-19. I did a test on Saturday to leave because I have work, trying to be responsible, so I'm going to stay in and stay from my friends. And also having no symptoms, so going to quarantine myself. And wait on the confirmation to see what is the protocol and how should I go about quarantining myself from the Ministry of Health. So until then, talk to all my friends and tell them that if you're not coming in contact with me, you should just to be safe, quarantine by yourself, and just to take it easy. And just to make people know, be safe out there. All right? Cool.
We wish the fastest man on earth a safe recovery there. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of news. Thanks for watching, but you too take care, good care of yourself. Bye.